Yo, what's up, everybody? Well, I say everybody like there's like millions of people watching this or shit. So anyway, I want to talk about something that I recently discovered that has been a big issue for me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of other people. But it's something that I realized that I'm infamous for. That is putting your partner or possible future partner on a pedestal. I've done this more times than I would ever like to admit. I've probably done it with probably every female that I've ever in any way, shape, or form been interested in pursuing for anything. So but basically what I've learned about this, and reading up about this, when I realized that this was an issue of mine, I started to realize all of the negatives that come with doing such a thing. Putting someone on this pedestal and idealizing them, basically. You're treating these people like nothing they do is wrong and that they're perfect. And the problem with this is, on one side, when it comes to your partner or, possible partner, in the future, the problem is a lot of these people don't prefer to feel that way because A, it puts them in a position to feel like they can't live up to the expectations that you have created in your mind for them. And this can cause a major issue in a relationship or the time leading up to a relationship because these people become stressed out in something that, they shouldn't have to deal with that kind of stress on. And so not only do these people feel this way and they get overwhelmed, and like I said, they feel basically it starts to weigh on them because they feel like they can't live up to these expectations that you've built in your mind. So not only does it cause problems there, but on the other side of it, it actually causes problems for you yourself because not only does it make you realize or see the shortcomings that you may or may not have, but if you have shortcomings that you believe you have, doing this makes them so much more prevalent because now you're comparing everything you do to what this person does, and it's causing you to basically hate yourself and put yourself second, which none of us should ever do. I mean, don't get me wrong. There comes time in a relationship where, you need to put your partner first, but it's not supposed to be something that, you put them so far ahead of you, and as importance that you completely forget about yourself. Because not only now are they resentful because they can't live up to these expectations, but then you yourself become resentful because you're realizing that your feelings don't matter. And you start to honestly believe, like, it doesn't matter how you believe, how you feel, as long as they're happy. Because in your mind, you're not happy unless they're happy. Because if they're happy, then the relationship works out. And if the relationship works out, that in turn makes you happy. But neither one of you are ever truly happy in this situation. I realized this, all those years, and every time that something would go wrong between me and someone that I was interested in, the first thing I always thought to myself is why am I not good enough? I did everything. I complimented them every day. I, told them every day how I felt about them. I was very vocal. I would give them anything they asked for. I would never argue with them. And it would cause me to become even more depressed in a situation because now here I am trying to figure out what's wrong with me, and it's causing me to hate myself essentially because now, this person must not want to be with me because of my faults, because of my failures, and because I'm just not good enough. And meanwhile, the problem is the only person that's caused me to not feel like I'm good enough is myself because of this pedestal, because of the things that I built up in my mind that don't really exist. So by the end of this, you end up hating yourself. I mean, at least, that's what happened with me. I can't tell you how many times, it's actually embarrassing, to admit how many times that, things went sour between me and someone that I was interested in. And the first thing I did was I went into victim mode. Why me? Why is this happening to me? What did I do? I did everything right. I did everything that I was supposed to do. And this person just doesn't like me. So, it must be them. There's something wrong with them. And then essentially I build this idea up in my mind where I try to find flaws in them so then I don't feel so bad about myself, which just kind of basically makes me a piece of shit in a sense. And does not help the situation at all. I mean, it doesn't help me to feel better at all. It actually kind of makes me more resentful of myself than anything else, because I'm trying to convince myself that there's bad things about this person, and there's not bad things. It's just they're not living up to the expectations that I created in my mind. So it's caused a lot of issues, and I think, on both sides. But there's so much I want to fucking cover in this. But I think it's going to be too much for one video. I'm not trying to go too crazy here from the jump. But basically, I just wanted to tell you guys, this is what I've learned. I've learned that, one of my flaws, something that I've come to terms with, and something that I obviously have to put, work into correcting, is the fact that I tend to always put somebody on a pedestal. And, obviously I've had to learn the hard way over the years that it's not the best thing to do. And, up until recently, I never really realized that this was an issue. So, but I'll finish it off on that tonight. There's more, like I said, there's more I want to cover on this topic. So much more. I hope that whoever sees this, I hope that, it helps. I hope you take something away from it. Anybody who watches this, if you know somebody who can use this, who it can hopefully help, please pass it on. Really, that's the big picture. I just want to make sure that if there is anybody that can take something away from this, that it's possible that it happens. So, but I'll let you guys go. I hope that everything's going great. Hope that everybody's happy, safe, healthy. And that's it. I love you all.